Well, my name is Joe, and I live in Baltimore, Maryland. And I started trading pretty late in life. I didn't trade when I had black hair. It was when I had gray hair. I'm 65 years old now, so I wish I had a little head start on this, but nothing I can do about that at this point. I'm going to tell you this because I would imagine people who are viewing this don't know me, will never know me, and I won't know them. So I'm going to admit something to you that I wouldn't tell my closest friends, but I'll tell you that I lost, and I lost big. I get so many emails every single day that I ignore most. You know, it's delete, 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 because there may be 20, 30, 40, and it's coming from all directions, all different trading systems. People want me to attend seminars and buy this indicator and buy that thing. And on one of them, they had a link to something called a counterpunch trader, you know. And so I said, well, let me just check this out. It was a short video. And I looked at it, and it intrigued me because it offered something that I knew was the cure to what ailed me and my trading plan. But it might tell you the next candle or the one after that, this is a good entry. And if you're trading one contract, here's your risk, but here's your reward. And if maybe you're trading two contracts, well, take a portion of it here and take some more there. You know, and this is what this counterpunch trader does. So it's really phenomenal because nothing I had ever seen before did anything like that. And it took me out of, I told you, the hole I was in. It's a no-brainer. It's beautiful because it in essence does the work for you. I use TradeStation. So I have time to put that entry point to the penny on the matrix. And it tells you where the stop should be. I put the stop in there. It's all done beforehand. You know, I'm trading 3 contracts. So I put the first level where I want to take my profit, and it's told to me. The second and the third, it's all on there. I just adjust them, and then I sit back and wait for it to happen. I also, there's another thing that Counterpunch offers, totally different, but it tells you if it's a choppy market. It's very, very helpful because if the market's choppy, you know, you can get whipsawed. You know, I want a lot of volatility. I want some good, strong movement. I don't want little tiny moves up and down because that's not good. So, but it tells you that, and you see it visibly. And if I've got a good risk reward and it shows you all this, I just sit back and let the magic happen. I trade every day, but as far as the hours go, I mean, it's not a 9 to 5 job. I mean, there are times when I make my goal before the market even opens. After I hit my goal, well, I could be a man of leisure. I do have this other business that I maintain, but you know, maybe there was a show I taped last night and I want to catch up on that. You know, I do whatever I like. Life is great. My obstacles really were my hard-headedness. At a point when I took those classes, you know, I'm God's gift to trading. I know it all. I'm going live and I'm going to make it. Well, I got set in the right direction quickly when I started taking those humongous losses. And it's not an obstacle to me anymore. I overcame that. I became very disciplined. My obstacles before, I will tell you, I got very stressed out when I was losing. I panicked. I was in panic plenty of times. When I was losing and losing big, you know, oh my God, what do I do? Where do I put myself? What do I do? You know, and you don't have anybody to talk to. There's nobody to answer and call up, you know. You're on your own. And if you don't get it right, you know, it's stressful. But I overcame that because, again, I became very disciplined and I stick strictly to this plan. And the plan is very important. But it's so simple. It's right there for you because it tells you. There's no guesswork involved. So I just stay with that. So there's no real obstacles now that I have to overcome. In the trade room, you're following along. You're listening to him, you're trading with him. When he hits it, you hit it. And this guy knows more than I do, and I'm going to listen to what he says. It's a phenomenal way to learn the strategy of the trading room because you're following basically the folks who invented the counterpunch trader. You know, you can't, who better to learn from? Nobody. And you see it over again and over again and over again. And remember, if you're on, let's just say crude oil, for example, because it's a very profitable way to use the counterpunch. You can use it on anything. If you don't like crude and you type in, can I take a look at, you know, Forex, for example, just like that, you're going to look at a Forex chart. You type in exactly what you trade, give him whatever it is, and he'll flip to that. One of the beauties of counterpunch is that you're not locked into any particular way to use it. For example, if you trade on a time-based chart, put it on any chart. It works on anything. It doesn't matter. If I have 2 or 3 a day, phenomenal, because if they're all winners, boy, I've made my nut and beyond. It works like a charm, but it works on anything. But I find personally that using momentum bars with the counterpunch trader, I have a remarkable success rate. In my trading life, which is not that long, and I got started very late in life doing trading and learning late. and I made some very awful and very costly mistakes that were only rectified, fortunately, when I found the counterpunch trader. Not only rectified, but has put me, it took me out of the red, put me in the black, and the green, you might say. And I'm so grateful for this. Maybe when I first saw it, I was looking at the cost. Well, is this thing going to be worth it or not? Because so many people are selling you this, and they want you to buy this and listen to this and get that course and buy that indicator and blah, blah, blah. Everybody's thrusting this at you. But this one looked like what I was looking for. It wasn't looking backwards and lagging indicator. It was looking forwards, and it made sense to me. I can tell you, and I can look anybody square in the eye and say, spend money on this thing. Spend money. It doesn't matter what it costs. It doesn't even matter, because you're going to make it back in due course. Not even due course. It doesn't even take that long. For me, it was almost, once I had this in hand, I'm not talking about making your money back on this indicator in months. I'm almost talking about in hours, not literally, but close to it. You have a really good day trading, or a couple of days, certainly a week, it should pay for itself, probably less than that. And I would strongly urge anybody who has any wherewithal and is struggling. This is going to take the struggle away from you, because it just tells you everywhere to put it in, take it out, do this, do this. It's done. It's an automatic for you. And if you're losing money, instead of losing money, take that money, and instead of losing it to the market, take the money that you might have lost and get a hold of this indicator. It's going to turn your life around. It certainly did mine. It'll be a great investment. I strongly urge you to seriously consider this. You just won't regret it.